Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the Heat. Look at this. Christine, thank you. She's in charge of shipping and receiving. Guys, I got some great peppers today. I got 3 absolute beautiful yellow peppers that I'm going to be munching for you. Got these peppers, a couple different growers. One is from Tom Broom from Seriously Hot Peppers. The other 2 were grown by Brian Townshend. So we've got some pretty cool peppers. You know, to somebody who doesn't really know the difference, these just simply look like 3 yellow peppers. Very, very different peppers. The first one this is Dueling Horizon. And if you remember, this is the one that all the Horizon pods came from originally from a bubble gum. Through a whole bunch of different shapes and colors. Now, the next we have just a monster of a pepper. This is grown by a really good friend, was created by a really good friend of mine, Mr. Troy Primo. This is a big yellow mama. Very cool. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this in a minute. And the third and the final is my favorite pepper. This is just a spectacular example of a killer yellow, also known as a yellow primatale. All right, so I don't have a whole lot of information on the genetics of the Dueling Horizon other than the bubblegum, but I'm going to cut this thing open and let you guys see what it looks like on the inside. See how this looks. I'm going to be taking pictures of the insides of these just because they'll make a great picture for Instagram. 3 very, very different yellow pods. They're on the surface. If you didn't know what you were talking about, you'd probably just think they were just the same old pepper. Okay, I'm going to cut them all open now and I'll show you them as I eat them. So what kind of day are you going to have today? Oh, wait till you see the inside of the big yellow mama. Crazy oily, beautiful. And then here is the killer yellow. Second, guys. All right, so first is the Dueling Horizon. It's got a beautiful phenotype, great little extended stinger on that. And here's the interior of that pod. There's a few darker seeds here, which I'm not going to be too worried about. Anyway, thank you, Brian Townshend, so much. The first of 3 yellow pods. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Okay, it was fruity, there's no sweetness to it, slightly bitter at the end. And yellow pods they're really kind of my favorite pods because they typically are really fruity and oftentimes, most times, have citrus notes. That does, but very slightly. Not as much as I would expect from the yellow pod, but the flavor's good. But the heat on it, first of all, the burn is kind of focused in my throat, not so much on my mouth. A little bit on the back of my tongue, but mostly my throat. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, for a non-chili head, it'd be silly to even talk about because a jalapeno would be a 10, you know. But if you're somebody who likes the hot, likes heat, and you chase it, this is going to be somewhere between a 6 and an 8, maybe a 9. No, probably 6 to an 8. And that's for somebody who's a real Chilean. Pleasant though, very even burn. It wasn't. Some burns are really rapid and hit you really hard quickly. The best way that I can describe those is a violent burn. This is very even, kind of almost ghost pepper-like. All right, so the next one is going to be the Big Yellow Mama. Before I eat this one, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. It's a spectacular pepper. Troy Primo owns Primo Peppers. He created the Big Mama. Okay, and the Big Mama was a cross between a Naga Morich and a 7-pot Douglas. All right. Now the red was the original color he sent out as the Big Red Mama Naga. It spawned a yellow and a chocolate variation. Very cool. Jimi Hendrix had some color variations and sent those seeds back to Troy, which was very cool. Kept growing them out and sharing the variations, and basically the Big Black Mama subsequently spawned the Big Mustard Mama. Very, very cool peppers. Very large, extremely hot, productive plants, seem to hold up well to heat and humidity, which is good because Troy's a Louisiana guy, so that's where it was created. I didn't weigh this, but wait till you see the interior of this. It's a stunner. So here's the outside. It's a very big pepper. I mean, it really is. How beautiful is that? I'll bring it slowly so the camera picks up. Just spectacular. Very oily walls, thin-walled. Super oily though. It smells very hot. All right, so this one's from Troy Primo, Big Yellow Mama, or created by Troy, grown by Brian. A lot of pepper to chew there. It was fruity. There was a very slight, kind of a sweet first, very slight, and that faded pretty quickly. Slight citrus notes, but hot. The Big Yellow Mama was significantly hotter than the first one, which was the Dueling Horizon. Now, if those peppers had the exact same heat, all right, obviously the Big Yellow Mama is going to appear hotter because it was twice the size. But it's just a hotter pepper. All right, so the burn hasn't changed. Actually, it has changed a little bit. I'm getting in the throat from the first pepper, the Dueling Horizon. And the Big Mustard Mama is now getting the sides of my tongue on both sides. And the roof of my mouth. All right, so the last one then is the Killer Yellow. This is currently my favorite pepper. It's very, very hot, citrusy. This is very, very beautiful interior. Isn't that pretty? Looks treacherous, doesn't it? All right, now this one's grown by Tom Broom from Seriously Hot Peppers. That one's fruity as well. That was a little bit more citrusy than much more than the Dueling Horizons. A little bit more citrusy than the Big Yellow Mama. hotter though. It's very, very hot. The big yellow mama and the Primatali or the killer yellow are close, but I'm going to give the edge to the killer yellow. Both taste great. Now the killer yellow is attacking my throat. Really good with the 3. Got a great burn going on. For a non-chili head, that the big mustard mama, or the big yellow mama and the killer yellow would both be somewhere between a 6 or 7 to 9, 8 or 9. I can see someone saying they're 10s. They're hot peppers. All right, now, as you're watching this, you're thinking, how can I eat some of these? Brian Townshend, you can email. All the links for both growers are in the description box. Brian has pods to sell. Tom is not a pod seller. Tom sells seeds. Now, this is good news and bad news. The bad news is you can't get seeds for the killer yellow yet. The good news is there are lots of other great seeds from Tom. So, if you want to get some great seeds, that's who to reach out to. In the description box, you're going to see all those guys I just mentioned. Please check them out. Tell them I sent you. Make today a great day. Do something kind for somebody. We're going to have fun tonight on the late night snack time, so don't miss it. Right there is the pepper. Click it. We're doing this together. If you don't want to miss a video, don't. All right? Click the bell for notifications. Select all, but just visit us a lot so you don't miss anything. We have almost 100 videos now on the for Bus Pass. So you want some really cool content, get your Bus Pass. It's $4.99 a month. There's challenges, aftermaths, preps, a lot of personal stuff. So go check that out. Right there is the Lifeboat, my brother Tommy's channel about victory over addiction, living a sober life, and doing it happy. I think he'll be released from the hospital today. He was in the hospital for some heart issues. I think he's doing well, and he should be out today. So thanks for your prayers for him. More videos there. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.